Welcome everyone to the return of the Your Theories series, where pretty much I will be going through your theories for Splatoon 3, whether it be story or multiplayer based, whether it will be about off the hook, but pretty much any theories you leave in the comment section of this video, I will go over it in the next video. And yeah, this series is returning from around about 3 years ago. I did do this series originally when the Octo Expansion DLC did come out, and we did speculate on what could happen in that DLC. And yeah, we'll be doing the same sort of thing for Splatoon 3. So yeah, definitely leave your theories, whatever it might be. And yeah, we'll probably go over them in the next episode. So yeah, just want to thank everybody who has left a comment on any of my previous videos. And yeah, these comments are taken from various videos I did upload after when Splatoon 3 did get revealed. Apologies if I do pronounce your name wrong. I am terrible at pronouncing names, as this video will prove out to be. So yeah, I've just got like a little theory to start off this video about the Inkling and Octoling hairstyle. We sort of see their hair, we see at the bottom of it where it is a little bit dried out. I was wondering why that might be the case, but yeah, Nevaeh Dino Ross Smith has come to the same sort of conclusion as what I did in terms of why the hair is dried out at the bottom, and I think it is a result of the Splatlands. We know it is a harsh environment, so maybe the harsh heat has dried out the bottom of the hair. Yeah, I just found it really cool how Nintendo are using the environment and are showing the effects it will have on the Inklings and Octolings. Another reason why I am bringing this up in this video, I can't remember if I have talked about this before in another video, but it does look like the hairstyle might be one of the cancelled hairstyles in the Octo Expansion art book, where we did see a bunch of Octoling hairstyles that never made it to Splatoon 2. So if that is the case, it does raise hope that maybe we will get all of the other cancelled hairstyles. Those hairstyles might have appeared in screenshots or within the reveal trailer. Moving on to the story, which I will be mainly talking about in this video, and yeah, just want to spend a couple of minutes talking about some really interesting theories about the story for Splatoon 3. We don't really know too much at the moment. We only have got that reveal trailer to go off. That does leave a lot of room for speculation, and yeah, you guys are coming up with some really interesting theories. Cupid Cake Pop 32 says that the story should be completely different and separate from the first two games, and pretty much we shouldn't be rescuing the great Zapfish again, and I really do agree with that. Maybe this story mode we have to rescue someone like Little Buddy, or maybe another character. They also wonder whether, because we are in a new environment away from Inkopolis, whether we will be part of Squidbeak Splatoon or not, or whether we will be on our own. And yeah, that would be a really interesting change if we weren't part of the Squidbeak Splatoon. We were just pretty much on our own in this new harsh environment. But yeah, I definitely do agree that this should be completely different. The objective shouldn't be to rescue the great Zapfish again. Of course, I would play it if that was the case, if we did have to rescue the great Zapfish again. But I feel like with this game, now is the time to do something different and do something fresh, pun fully intended, with the story mode. So yeah, whether it will be rescuing Little Buddy, I feel like that would be a really cool change for the story mode. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section below. Vibing Rainbow Pigeon, great name by the way, has come up with a really interesting theory about the story mode being like survival of the fittest, where you could come up against other Inklings and Octolings, and they could battle against you. To survive, to move on with the story mode, you will have to kill other Inklings and Octolings you meet. Maybe you are new to the environment, you are there for the first time, you don't know what is happening, you are just getting to grips with what is like new in the world, what is the world about. Maybe these Inklings, Octolings, they are more experienced with their surroundings, and yeah, I do really like that survival of the fittest sort of theme. Maybe Inklings and Octolings in the Splatlands are hostile. They are prepared to do anything to survive, including splatting you. So yeah, I would love it if there were more survival elements within the story mode. I would love it if there were more open world areas, and pretty much we have to be on our guard at all times, otherwise you will come up against these hostile Inklings and Octolings. I really do feel like Lil Buddy will play a huge role in the story mode for Splatoon 3. Splatter, a name I do recognise from my private battles where you did pretty much own me every single time. So yeah, I definitely will be doing private battles in Splatoon 3. Hopefully I will see you there, and hopefully I will get the better of you. And yeah, hopefully we'll do better against you than what I did do in Splatoon 2. And I do believe you might have even showed up to the Splatoon 1 private battles I did do as well. I do recognise your name. You have stuck by the channel for a few years. So I just want to thank you and anyone who has stuck by this channel for ages, for years. I really do appreciate you guys doing that. But Splatter has come up with a really interesting theory about Lil Buddy. They think the story mode will be about saving the salmons, which does tie into the artwork we did get on New Year's Day. We did get SOS, and in the reflection in the water it did say save our salmons. And yes, Splatter does feel like the story mode will tie in to that artwork, and that is why we are travelling with Lil Buddy. Matteo Mattioli has said that maybe we have to save Lil Buddy. We are trying to help him to go back, and Mr. Grizz is trying to stop us, and this does tie in and leads nicely into what I want to talk about next. Who the final boss could be for Splatoon 3, and a lot of you out there think that Mr. Grizz will be the final boss for the next game. Chocolate has said that maybe we will explore and find a lot of lore about Salmon Run, and maybe we have to get rid of Grizzco to save Lil Buddy. Sage Christie thinks that Mr. Grizz might actually be draining the water from the Splatlands, and pretty much what we have to do is save the salmonids from going extinct. And yeah, that would be a really cool aspect for the story mode. Trico has pretty much summed up my feelings on why I want Mr. Grizz to be the final boss in Splatoon 3. The appearance of the small fry makes me hopeful for learning more salmonid lore. Mr. Grizz was always a shady and mysterious character, and we don't really know a lot about them. We don't even know why we need to get golden eggs for him. And yeah, I did come up with this theory about maybe Mr. Grizz being the final boss for the Octo Expansion DLC, because I did mention at the time that we don't really know too much about Salmon Run and why we have to get golden eggs for Mr. Grizz and what he does with them when we do get golden eggs for him. When you think about it, this is a huge sort of aspect of the lore that we don't really know too much about. So because it is a mystery, because we don't know too much about it, I would love to learn more about Salmonid lore in the Splatoon 3 story mode, and I'm really hoping that Nintendo will go down that aspect. I feel like the story mode would be really cool if we got to see who Mr. Grizz is, because we don't even know who he is. We only see him communicating through the bear radio. I would love it if we got to learn where the golden eggs went after when we collected them in Salmon Run. I would love it if Nintendo explored that part of the lore in the story mode for the next game. I really do feel like it makes a lot of sense for Nintendo to do that. So yeah, I'm really hoping that the final boss will be Mr. Grizz, and I feel like it would work really well. Looking at all of the possible options for who the final boss could be in Splatoon 3, I guess DJ Octavio would be the most obvious pick, because obviously Nintendo did pick him as the final boss in the first and second game. And yeah, I wouldn't necessarily be on board with that. I would definitely want someone new. But say like if the final boss battle did play like those final boss battles, then yeah, I'll definitely be on board with that type of gameplay, not necessarily who the final boss would be. DJ Octavio would definitely be my least favourite pick out of all of these options I will be talking about. I wouldn't necessarily hate him being the final boss, I just would prefer it to be someone different. But maybe Nintendo would think that maybe DJ Octavio could be like what Bowser is to Mario, like what Ganon is to Zelda. I would just prefer it to be someone new. I guess one of the reasons why I did love the Octo Expansion DLC so much is that they did go with a completely different avenue. They didn't just go with DJ Octavio again. And that leads nicely into my next option for who the final boss could be, and that is Commander Tartar. That would be another interesting option. I would definitely prefer it to be Commander Tartar over DJ Octavio. I did really enjoy the final boss battle in the Octo Expansion DLC. But again, I would prefer it to be the third and final option, and that is someone completely different, someone completely new. It could be Mr. Grizz, which is my preferred option out of this third option of someone new for the final boss in Splatoon 3. I would love it if it was Mr. Grizz, but maybe it could be a brand new character to the series. Maybe it could be a new species. That would be a really interesting route to take. So yeah, I guess either the options are DJ Octavio, Commander Tartar, or someone completely new like Mr. Grizz. I would definitely prefer it to be someone completely new. I really do enjoy that Mr. Grizz avenue that we did raise in this video, or you guys did raise in the comment section in my previous videos. I would love it if it was Mr. Grizz. I can't believe I didn't bring this up in the recording, but surely Commander Tartar can't be the final boss for Splatoon 3, because we did kill them within the final boss battle for the Octo Expansion DLC. So yeah, I can't really see Commander Tartar coming back. Surely Commander Tartar is the least likely option, although Nintendo could sort of spring a surprise and yeah, everybody expects him to be dead, but then he could come back somehow within the story mode for Splatoon 3. Yeah, I think at the moment Mr. Grizz is my preferred option for who the final boss could be in Splatoon 3, but I wouldn't necessarily be like, oh my god, I hate Splatoon 3 because it is DJ Octavio, or because it is Commander Tartar. I'll still play it, I'll still love it. Of course I haven't played it yet, so I can't really judge it too much. But I wouldn't really go, oh my god, I hate this game because it is Commander Tartar or it is DJ Octavio. It depends how the final boss battle does play out. But story wise, lore wise, I'll just prefer it to be Mr. Grizz, and we'll learn more about the Salmonid lore. That will be more interesting to me than DJ Octavio breaking out from his globe and stealing the Zapfish again. Although we don't really see the Zapfish in the new hub area, I'm hoping that isn't a precursor for what the story mode will be in Splatoon 3. I'll still play it if it was that, but I would prefer it if the story mode was something completely different. Flapper2 Flippers has come up with a really interesting concept for the final boss, where maybe DJ Octavio does show up, but he gets interrupted by the real final boss. I would love that. That would be a nice sort of trick on us, the players. Maybe we might think, oh my god, Nintendo, you're doing this again, and then the real final boss does show up. That would be a fun sort of concept they could do for the final boss in Splatoon 3. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on who the final boss will be in Splatoon 3, and yeah, leave your theories in the comment section below about story mode. Maybe you have got a completely different theory about where the story mode could go. I really want to hear your thoughts about Off the Hook as well. And in terms of the poster or the image we did get for the final Splatfest in Splatoon 2, will we see sort of that play its role in the story mode? Maybe we will not see sort of Marina, or maybe something will happen to Marina because Chaos did win. Maybe Pearl and Marina will fall out. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section below, and yeah, we'll be going through your theories in the next episode, which hopefully will come out on a monthly basis. That is what I am aiming for at the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much it with this video. I will see you in another video soon.